What is up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of RTA Outdoors. And today we're gonna have an unbagging and some explaining. In one of my past videos, I'm not really sure if I covered it, but on the Wildcat, I snapped the tie rod to the left ski. I have a guy on Craigslist. He sells me all my parts. He's right in town, so I'm gonna go talk to him and see if I can get a replacement for one of these. But as you know, the Wildcat does not like to rev and idle, and I could never really tune the carburetors right because I had two different carburetors, and one of them had an ATV slide in it. So there was like that much play on that side, so I couldn't adjust the carbs to go up at the exact same time. So I got on eBay and I ordered a carburetor slide. I have not opened it, and I'm hoping that this is the right one. It said Wildcat 650 slide, but you know how eBay is. It can be pretty scammy. So I'm just gonna open already. So I got a magnet for John's performance shop. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. This looks to be about right. What does it say? It says 1988 Wildcat 650 piston valve assembly. Hope you can see that. And here's the piston. I mean, that's the carburetor slide. It's in pretty clean condition. I'm hoping that I can get this to work. Usually if it was beat up on that little angled spot, you'd see a huge dent, but this one barely has one. All you really see is a little bit of residue. This thing ain't gonna fit in the sled if I keep dropping it. A little bit of residue, but I don't think that's too much. I'm gonna say what we'll do is we'll go put it in the sled. We'll record that, and we'll see what we can do. So stick around, folks, and wait till this is in the sled. Alrighty, so what you've already done, or what I've already done, is what you should do if you run into an issue like this. Take off the intake carb off of the carb boot that connects to your jug. Now, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take off the actual choke cable, and usually, well, I know on this one it is 12 millimeter, but on different sleds it'll be different sizes. So you know, it's all trial and error. Once you've gotten it loose, you should be able to take it off with your fingers. And this is necessary because we're going to be working with the cable, not the carb itself. So pull that out, make sure that that little part isn't damaged or anything. And now you should have just your throttle cable. That makes your slide go up and down. You should have that in the carb. Now, next thing you'll need to do, or the easiest thing to do, is just start unwinding the top cap that the throttle cable is connected to. If you notice, I'm pretty far up and the slide's not even moving. And your carburetor is disconnected, and so isn't your slide. So this is where the tricky part actually begins. So I'm going to pull you closer and start to explain what you need to do. So we have our slide, our spring, our needle, and our top cap. What we're going to need to do here is there's two ways of doing it. What I normally do with the other set With the other slide, since it has that little notch down there, I usually unthread the actual spring, but with this one, there's a little I don't know what you want to call it. There's like a little catch for it. That's why there's so much play. I can't just take it off like I normally could because it's screwed on. So what I would normally do is what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to just take it, and these springs have like this open part, and with this open part, get the cable in between two of them and just start unwinding it. Just by turning it, you'll notice that it starts unwinding the actual cable and the springs, so they disconnect from each other. There, you know, nothing's wrong with it. It's not kinked or anything, so we're just gonna set that off to the side. Now what we're left with is the top cap, the cable, and the inside of where it connects. So the actual how it connects, well, you're pretty much screwed unless you can find another one, and then that just pops off. So that's what actually held the cable, and now I can pull the needle out. Make sure not to lose this because you want them to be the same. So a comparison between the two is there isn't much. They are the exact same slide, so it's going to be nice. But you can see the difference. This is the one that was in it, and this is the one that's going in. Totally different way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit placement in, make sure that everything is going to be perfect, and that's going to slide right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back to when I put everything back together, and when it comes time to start putting the fuel system back on to actually try and start it. Alrighty, so you know, it's been a long process of getting this sled put back together. I've taken it apart and rebuilt the top end multiple times because of bad a lot of things. I mean, I don't know where to start. A lot of it was seals and gaskets, and it's just been a hassle. So this was the carb that we originally started with. This is the good one. That's why I was running on this cylinder, not the other one. Finally, the second one over is the one that we had all the trouble with, and finally now we have gotten it to the point where I believe she's gonna run good for this season. What we'll do is we'll start it up, and we'll let you hear it run, and hopefully you guys just enjoy it all. So what we'll do is we'll kind of set this down right over here, something like that. Hopefully she starts up. So there we go, folks. You finally heard it run after a year and a half of nothing but just putting work and time and just really narrowing it down to these final little few little nitpick items that we were finally able to fix, and it's just great to know that this sled is now running. I'm assuming that the only thing that's going to be left that needs to be done is maybe just fine little tuning come this actual season. We'll be able to tune it. We'll be able to just run her beautifully. It won't be running lean. It won't be running rich. It's just going to be running. She's going to be running steady. She's going to be running good. We're probably going to take her out to a few drag races, maybe a few hill climbs, hopefully. Hopefully when I get the new skid and track, I'm going from the 121 that's on it, the 121 by 15 to I believe a 144 by 15 by 2-inch lug. That's going to be something that's going to be a long time in process, because I got to get the money for it and then I actually got to install it. So there'll be videos on that coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done before the first snow fly. If not, then I'll do it next spring if I don't blow the track. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please stick around for the next edition.